You said you want to Umar, right?
Yeah.
So how would you shoot your shot with Dr. Umar?
But I love a Pan-African king. You know,
King Kong.
King Kong consciousness. I'm very pro-black, so I care about my people. And I feel like if I was to pick somebody to on, it would be Dr. Umar. And that's what I said in Grinch.
You know they call her Suki with the good.
I know. If she trying to go conscious, we could do a lot together. You know, even for her to say what she said, to even mention me of all people.
Yeah, that was random. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
You know, leader of the conscious movement, and you know, so if she reach out, we built.
If I was to meet Dr. Umar, he would shoot his shot with me because he gonna see me
Oh,
black chocolate conscious queen that need a little guidance and daddy issues, and I feel like he know exactly what to do.
Let's talk about Sister Sukihana for a minute. Sister Sukihana was asked the question. I don't know when the interview was. And the brother said, in your video called Grinch, you said you wanted to be intimate with the King Kong of consciousness. And she said, yes, I love me a Pan-African king. She said, I'm for my people. I love my people. She said, I said what I said in my video. I want to be intimate with Dr. Umar and I will make him woke right now. She said, I want to be intimate with Dr. Umar and I will make him woke right now. That's what my sister Sukihana from Wilmington, Delaware said. That's what my sister Sukihana from Wilmington, Delaware said. That's what my sister Sukihana from Wilmington, Delaware said. And then she said, if Dr. Umar met me, he would shoot his shot because he would see that I'm a chocolate, beautiful, conscious queen in need of a little guidance and some daddy issues. She said if the doc saw me, he would shoot his shot because he would see that I'm an all-natural, chocolate, conscious queen in need of a little guidance and some daddy issues. I saw nothing wrong with what my sister had to say.
What?
I saw nothing wrong with what Sister Sukihana had to say about her brother, Dr. Umar Ifa Tunde.
That's suspicious.
So where do I stand with Sister Sukihana? As you know, with me, it's all about politics before the punani. It's always revolution before romance. It is always institution building before intimacy. Okay? Liberation over lust. Business before the bedroom. Revolution over the romance. So me and Sister Sukihana could have a conversation. Sister Sukihana, if you would like a conversation, shoot me a text message. Have somebody from your team get in touch with me. Let me know when you're next in your hometown of Wilmington, Delaware, so I could take you on a tour of the FDMG Academy. You might want to become a donor if you're not already. My school is in your hometown, good sister. Your school is in your hometown. Our school is in your hometown. And we will have a conversation, Sister Suki and Dr. Umar, right here in FDMG, Wilmington, Delaware. Sukihana and the Intercontinental Ifa Tunde needs to have a conversation, a chat and chew, right here in FDMG, Wilmington, Delaware. And my main question for you, my sister, would be, are you serious? Are you absolutely sure? Are you certain that you are ready to transform? Are you ready to change? Are you ready to reinvent yourself from your current style of art to a revolutionized, re-energized Black consciousness form of art? Because if you are willing to reinvent yourself as the queen of black conscious music, I will stand by your side.
My people will never be free.
Oh, yes. We can change the world from a revolutionary perspective. We can wake up the little girls. We can make everybody go natural. That's right. Sister Sukihana has millions of followers. Sister Sukihana has millions of followers. Sister Sukihana has millions of followers. Dr. Umar has millions of followers. She's an entertainer. I'm a revolutionary activist. She's an entertainer. I'm a revolutionary activist. She's from Wilmington, Delaware. FDMG is in Wilmington, Delaware. If Sister Sukihana is ready to become the face of black conscious female music, if she's ready to change the content and the intent and the direction of our artwork, we could lead a revolution. We could lead a revolution, Sukihana and Dr. Papa. Let's just call her Suki Papa. Let's just call her Suki Papa. But let me say this, Suki Papa. Let me say this, Suki Papa. Let me say this, Suki Papa. If we go down that path, you can never go back. If we go down that path, Sister Sukihana, you can never go back. Because I would put my trust in you, my faith, I would invest in you. I would bring the African world to you. You can never go back. Because if you go back and make another song, like the songs you got out there, that would disgrace me. It would disgrace you. It would disgrace the movement. So if you're not ready right now, my dear beautiful Sister Sukihana, no worries. Get all that European possession out of your spirit. Get all that demonic energy out of your soul. Get it out. And when you are ready for the next level, when you are ready to embrace higher consciousness, then you reach out to your brother, Dr. Umar. We're not going to deal with none of the intimacy because that's nobody's business. And we're not going to be into no intimacy until we get any work done in the first place. You understand? I am about work. And I believe that sister does care about her people. I believe that sister does love her people. And I believe that sister is ready for some guidance and are willing to provide the guidance. But it's business over the back shots. I am not interested in being intimate with my sister. Not at this time. Not in that current state of mind. No. But let's get some work done, Sister Sukihana. Let's get some work done right here in Wilmington, Delaware, up in Philly, South Jersey, Northern Maryland. Let's do something for the people, Sister Sukihana. I'm about to put out my Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never music video. Do y'all think I should let Sister Sukihana do a cameo in the Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never video? What do y'all think, family? I'm talking to my supporters. What do you think, family? I'm talking to my supporters. Do y'all want Sister Sukihana to do a special cameo in the Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never music video? Talk to me, family. Talk to me, family. Do you want Suki Papa? Do you want Suki Papa to do a special guest, 16 bars, saluting the African queens, pushing black on black love? Do y'all want Sister Sukihana in the Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never music video? So, Sister Sukihana, I look forward to hearing from you, sister. I look forward to having a conversation by phone, or if you're going to be coming home anytime soon, we can have lunch in the principal's office. We can have lunch in the principal's office. We can have a catered lunch in the FDMG principal's office. I'm just kidding. We'll go to a restaurant and have a professional conversation. But anyway, brothers and sisters, let's get back to the revolution. Anyway, brothers and sisters, you can give me your opinion on Suki Papa. Just text me your opinion. Dr. Umar, you should try to work with the sister. I think she's ready to make a transition. Or Dr. Umar, I don't think you should work with the sister. Whatever you think I need to do, give me your opinion. I'll make my own decisions. But I respect everybody's opinion. Shoot me a text message, 215-989-9858. Shoot me a text message, 215-989-9858. I might invite Sister Sukihana to help co-chair the Conscious Singles Convention. Maybe I'll ask Sister Sukihana to help facilitate the Conscious Singles Convention. But of course, she has to make some changes before we can do that. My beautiful African sister, I love you with your chocolate skin, but we got to make some changes first before we can do that, because my mission is a sacred mission. It is a spiritual mission. I was sent here by the ancestors to liberate my people. So I need you to understand that this is no game with me. I live this here. I will die for this here. If we're going to do it, we got to do it the right way.
As you can see, Sukihana and Dr. Umar Johnson have been going back and forth on social media over the last couple of months, and this all started based upon the music video that Sukihana released earlier this year, where she basically alluded to wanting to sleep with Dr. Umar. Now, given her success and popularity, he decided to use that free promotion as an opportunity to help collaborate with her. He recently released a post on his Instagram page requesting a public meeting with her at an undisclosed location to discuss matters related to the Black community, and specifically related to sexual exploitation towards Black women. And after months of back and forth, they were finally able to meet in person, and we know this because they shared each other's photos on social media. Now, with that said, overall goal of trying to improve and create better results for the Black community, I totally and completely support. I will never be against that. However, I know Dr. Umar Johnson is incredibly controversial given his stance on Black women, different Black issues in the community. And then Sukihana is been actually incredibly damaging to the image of Black women. You're already starting off with two individuals who have a very questionable reputation. I think that this collaboration isn't going to do much, and well, other than maybe line people's pocketbooks. And here is why. First of all, before you can ever think about building the Black community, you first have to have a community. Remember that. In community, it's made up of families, right? It is made up a husband, a wife, a kid. Families are what create communities. And neither of them, from what I understand, are in a family. Dr. Umar Johnson himself doesn't have a family. So it's like, if we're trying to build a bigger community, and many people in the Black community are failing at like step one, just having a cohesive family where a husband and wife are together, creating kids under the same home, doing that consistently. Like we're already failing at that. And so, you know, he starts off by saying that, oh, this is a great collaboration. You know, she's an entertainer, I'm an educator, you know, Suki Papa, we can revolutionize a community. But it's like, before you start trying to revolutionize stuff, if we just focused on nailing the basics, which is getting strong, healthy families, that would do a lot. That would eliminate a lot. Like, imagine if majority of the Black women who had kids had them within the context of marriage in a committed relationship. Like, that alone would eliminate many of the issues that we see happening in the Black community. But we're not even doing that. The community is falling apart because the fundamental aspects needed to have a community aren't being reinforced. And so it's like, I don't want to see a prostitute collaborate with a baby daddy and that be the representation of Black liberation. It's like, no, let's actually see a cohesive family come together Because that is actually what makes up a community. Let's see that. Let those be the leaders of the Black community. And then maybe we can start having conversations about how to do the other stuff. But if we're not even nailing it on step one, which is families, having a cohesive family, having that reflected, that being a core value. If that's not happening, then we cannot think that a trick prostitute, sex worker, whatever she calls herself, and a baby daddy is going to be going around revolutionizing the entire community. That just doesn't, the math don't math. Also, only God can save these hoes. I alluded to this in a video I did a couple of weeks ago, that let God be God and let man be man. It is unreasonable to put responsibilities on a man to try to change the heart of an individual, of a woman. That's only something God can do. And this is why I know spiritual transformation oftentimes is devalued, but it is essential when it comes to a person transforming, when it comes to a woman transforming, especially one such as Sukihana. Because even if there is a desire to want to do better, then you have that fallen nature to contend with. All of us have dark aspects of ourselves that we don't like, that if not addressed, if not put into place, can completely undermine our success. And that's what the power of the transformation is about. That is what spiritual transformation is about, is gaining control over that fallen nature, over that sinful nature, allowing God to transform you so that those things don't become hindrances. But when you have somebody such as Sukihana, who was completely enmeshed and who was completely entrenched in everything diabolical and demonic, just a conversation, just a will to try to do better is not going to be able to undo all of the spirits and all of the evilness that she has invited into her life from many of the different satanic rituals that she has done online, that she has done in videos. Like, this woman is completely involved in all kinds of dark rituals. We see it clearly. So like I said, being that she's so deeply entrenched in that, just a conversation, just a conscious talk or two, that's not going to be able to change the darkness inside. She's going to need the Most High. She is going to need the power of Christ, power responsible for existence. Like, that is the power that she is going to need to be able to change that level of darkness internally. So when I talk about spiritual transformation, and I talk about that being the foundation of a woman changing her ways and becoming marriageable, the better version of herself, a better person in general, it is foundational. It is foundational to have that connection, to have that transformation with the Most High, because apart from that, if God doesn't get into a woman's heart, especially women today, when they are so entrenched in feminist doctrine and they are so entrenched in diabolical, demonic, evil, destructive doctrine about men, about themselves, about what it means to be a woman or doesn't mean to be a woman, all of that. If you don't have the power of God to combat that and to overcome that and to live differently and to live counterculturally, you will fall back into your old ways. And so that's what I'm saying. You cannot put that responsibility on Black men to try to spiritually transform a woman. That's something that only God could do. Jesus himself already died for that. We don't need to have men doing that. Now, with that said, yes, I'm not completely removing the human responsibility that people have to one another via family, via close relationships, and, field they may have. But I'm just saying, it's like, only God can be God. And that's what I'm saying. Let God be God, let man be man. And in these kinds of situations, when you're talking about the kind of radical transformation he's talking about, that is only something the Most High can do. That's only something that the power of Christ can do. And apart from that, I wouldn't want to take on that. I wouldn't want to take on that project, because even if it seemed like there was going to be some kind of fruit, there was going to be some kind of benefit from it, somewhere down the line, something would be tainted. Things would happen that would ultimately undermine the ultimate goal. And again, that is what I think is going to happen. So really, it comes down to this. To me, it's like, you can't revolutionize a Black community if a Black community does not exist. The Black community is made up of a family, a man and a woman coming together, having kids, creating healthy marriages, which leads to healthy families, which leads to a healthy community. So again, if we're not winning it on step one, then we can't talk about trying to revolutionize the community, especially when you got a baby daddy and a prostitute trying to come together to create something like that. Just sounds like a hot mess. Secondly, let God be God and let man be man. You cannot put responsibilities on man to do what only God can do. Only God can save these hoes, but these women have to want to be saved, and they have to want to. Then they have to recognize that the way that they're living and what they're doing is not helping them. It goes far beyond just consciousness and awareness of their own culture. That is healthy, and that is an important aspect of it. But there is a larger foundation of principle that they need to understand of who they were created to be, the aspect of God that they represent, the divine aspects of being a feminine that are real, that are true. It goes far beyond just knowing your history. But like I said, in order to have that transformation, you need the power of God, and you're likely going to have to go through a purification process that would be really hard if you are sexually tempted by the one who was supposed to be schooling you. But what do you think? Do you agree or do you disagree? Let me know. Leave your questions, comments, concerns in the comment section below. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.